Hey guys, it's Virginia the Buckeye Gamer here, back from a little unintended hiatus. I know today is Saturday, it's the day after Black Friday, which I had planned to have a video up yesterday, and it just did not happen. But in this video, I'm going to be just showing off all the pickups I got for November. I'm going to have them in slightly separated here, so because I have pickups from different things. So the first one I'm going to actually show is earlier this month, my husband and I went to Columbus, so it's our state capital, and we were going to try to go to Torgs, which is a really big, I think the biggest gaming convention in the state. That didn't work out though, but hopefully next year. I would like to go next year. But while we were there, we did stop at a couple gaming stores, and I was able to pick up a few things. Now, most of these are just random finds. There are two in here that I've actually been actively looking for, but there's a couple in here that are just random finds. So I'm actually going to show those first. And these are imports. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure like what these names are. These are from Japan. This is a Famicom game, which I've never seen a Famicom game in a hard plastic case like that. It kind of reminds me of Sega Genesis games. But there's what it looks like on the inside. It looks like it's complete because it's got the manual and the game, of course. But what I found really bizarre is the name up top here. It says Namcot. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. I heard it was like an offshoot of Namco, but I have no idea. No idea. So that's a video for another day probably, but anyhow. And then here's something for Super Famicom. So I know this is, I think it's Crayon Shin-chan or something like that. But anyway, I mean, the cover looked cute, so I went ahead and picked it up, and it was only like $4. And then we also have here Derby Stallion 96. Again, I don't know too much about this, and I don't even know if we got a release here, but it looks like there's a port here for some type of peripheral. I don't know if it's a Game Boy slot or if it was for something else. But again, if anyone knows, go ahead and leave it in the comments because I have no idea. So, all right. So moving on, we got a GameCube game, which I have not added to my GameCube collection in quite a while. But we have Tales of Symphonia. So, for those of you that don't know a whole lot about the Tales series, this was the first Tales of Symphonia release, and it's gotten several since then. But I've been in the market for this one, and I hear that this is, ironically, even though it did get released on the PlayStation 3 with updated graphics, this might actually be the better version because it runs at 60 frames instead of the 30 that the PlayStation 3 runs on. And that was actually based on, I guess, Japan got a PS2 release of that as well, which we didn't get here. But it comes with 2 discs. And those are actually kind of pretty. I like the blue and red together. Yeah, finally able to add this to my collection, and my Tales collection is almost complete. I definitely do want to do a highlights video of that, kind of going over everything that I have. So, and then these last two are PS2 games. I'm going to take this one has a price tag on it still. I'm going to take that off. Maybe. So, now the one I wasn't really looking for, but being that I found it, I went ahead and went for it. But I hear it's like simultaneously stupid yet fun. But this is Asterix and Obelix Kick Buttocks. I think it's how you say that. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, again, let me know. But it just looks so stupid and hilarious at the same time. And we also have Ape Escape 3. Now, I had this way back when I first had a PlayStation 2. And like an idiot, I got rid of it and I have not been able to find it until today. Now, it doesn't come with a manual, so I got it a little cheaper. But right now, I just want the game in the case. I can get the manual a little bit later. So, all right. So that does it for my Columbus pickups. So now we just have, and I just have a few here, but just some standard pickups. So I wanted to show this off first, even though this was a more recent pickup here. But we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, this is the double pack, and I got this from GameStop. Now, I do want to say a couple things. I'm having a boatload of fun. I'm playing Violet right now. I am having so much fun with this game. but the technical issues definitely are hurting this. Now, I don't know how many Pokemon fans I have on my channel, but with these games here, it's done more of like an open world style rather than the more linear ones from previous entries. This is done in the Legends Arceus style. Now, it doesn't have like all the same mechanics, but it's done in a similar fashion. I love Legends Arceus, and I've put so many hours into it, honestly. But they didn't optimize this the way they should have, and there's issues with frame rate slowdowns, and choppy picture quality at times. Now, I haven't had that issue that much. Mine was just more like the frame rate slowdown, and you have characters kind of glitching in and out, and it's just a little bit crazy. So I am having fun, yes, but the technical issues definitely need fixed. So, all right, and then we also, I kind of hesitated on getting this, but I thought I'd go for it anyway. We got God of War Ragnarok. I have not played any of the other God of War games yet, so everyone's telling me to hop into God of War 2018 before I do this one. So this one might just have to sit on the shelf for a little while before I get a chance to get to it, or I may just not listen to anybody and jump into it first, who knows. And then this next one is Legend of Heroes. Now this is a series that I personally love. I'm very behind on the games right now, but I love the Legend of Heroes series. Fantastic RPG. But this is Trials from Zero. Now, I don't know if this is like a remake of an older title. I've never played it before, and well, I haven't actually played it yet, but this is the first time I've gotten it. But if anyone knows if this is a remake of an older title, again, let me know. Just leave all your comments down below of all of that. Now, of course, I did do some Black Friday shopping yesterday, and I got a lot of nice stuff. So we're actually going to start with the older consoles first. So I actually got some 3DS games. They're loose, and you're going to notice the theme here. And I got 2 DS games. We got Pokemon White and Pokemon Black 2. Well, actually, I did get 3 DS games. I do have the original Pokemon Black. It's actually sitting in my Japanese 3DS right now because I started a game last night and ended up falling asleep. So, working on that right now. I just don't want to pull it out since it's being played right now and I don't want to corrupt my save data. But anyhow, I did have initially at least the Pokemon Black and White. I never got into White 2 or Black 2. But these actually came at a time in my life when I was having some problems now. And I was struggling with my faith a little bit. And, you know, I'm almost hesitant to really say it on this video, but I'm just going to tell you guys anyway. My mom was pretty sick at that time when these games initially came out. And while I did trust God with it, and He got her through it, thankfully. You know, she's still around, very healthy. Thank the Lord for that. I didn't trust Him like I should have. Now, again, looking back on it, I could have done a better job with that. But again, that will probably be a story for another video. But I got into the Black and White games around that time, and it definitely kept me distracted from things that were going on around me, which, you know, obviously I would not recommend video games to take place of your actual life. It's a hobby, and it needs to remain that way. Now, if you can make a living off of it, you know, great, but it's not something that you need to be using to avoid your problems. But, you know, just let go, let God, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I these did help me out too. You know, I give the Lord all the credit there, but video games did help me out there too, especially Black and White. Now, again, this is Black 2, but you guys get the idea. I'm kind of rambling on there. And then these 3DS games, I did buy them loose because they were a little cheaper. But we got Pokemon. See, we got Pokemon X and Y. Now, I do have Pokemon X digitally on my 3DS. But I did want a physical copy of it. And then we also have Pokemon Moon and Ultra Moon, which were part of the 7th generation of games. I do have Pokemon Sun again, digitally on my 3DS. But I did want to have some physical copies. And I can also, you know, always get the boxes later. So it was just a lot cheaper that way. Alrighty. Then I went to GameStop and Best Buy and came across some of these here. So I'm going to show off my Best Buy pickups first and then go to the GameStop ones. So we have Valkyrie Elysium. This was only $20. But I just went ahead and picked it up. I don't really know what I'm getting into, but it looked interesting. So, and then we also have Mario Golf Super Rush. I actually like this game. I did put a few hours into it. I know it gets a lot of flack, but I personally enjoy it. You know, I don't really have too many problems with it. I mean, it's a Mario sports game. You know, not the most like intense thing in the world, I guess would be the right way to say it, but I like it. I really do. And then we got Mario Party Superstars. Fantastic. This is far, far better than Super Mario Party in every way, shape, and form. It does have some remade maps from Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3, which are arguably still some of the better Mario Party games to date, but I don't have the GameCube games to compare them to, but I still have a bigger place in my heart for the 64 ones. But yeah, they do have a lot of remade maps and some of the mini games, and they even have some brand new ones that are exclusive to this game. So pretty cool. And then here's another game I do also have digitally, but I did get it on a deep sale, and that's Pokemon Legends Arceus. I was just talking about that too. Probably my favorite Pokemon game to date, even trumping Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I never thought I'd say that, but absolutely amazing game. I mean, even if you don't like Pokemon, you probably could get into this. And that's just how good it is. All right, and then just a couple quick things from GameStop. We got Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain. I do remember playing a Big Brain Academy game. I think it might have been on the Wii. I don't have it anymore. But I always had fun with these, like way back then. Before I got really more into hardcore gaming, I did like those little casual things you could pick up. Like when I first got my DS, I got Brain Age with it, and I spent hours on that and would play games like on my break and stuff like that at work. But this is pretty neat too. Probably not one that I would play for a long time in any given setting. I did try to play this a little bit last night, and maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. So, but pretty fun. Gives your brain a good workout. And then we also have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Again, got some good sales on these. I do have Let's Go Pikachu digitally, but being that I'm trying to get these Pokemon games, that's another collecting goal I have, is trying to get some of the main series games back into my collection. Can't really say I'm a fan of the Let's Go mechanic, because anytime you encounter Pokemon in the wild, you can't actually battle it. You just have to throw a Pokeball to catch it. Now, obviously, there's no shortage of like Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls in this game. Anytime you defeat a trainer, you typically will get a few, plus the money that you normally get. So no shortage of it, but I still find myself having to buy some because you can't weaken the Pokemon to capture it. And sometimes it just doesn't want to go inside that Pokeball. So, all right, guys. So that is my pickup. We're at almost 15 minutes on this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, as always, leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe if you wish. And I am actually, after this, I'm going to be recording a couple Yakuza videos. And hopefully here, I'll make an announcement on my community tab page. I am going to try to stream Yakuza Kiwami 2 this afternoon. No promises, but just keep an eye on my community tab for any updates. So, all right, I will catch you guys later. You all stay safe, and always remember that Jesus loves you. I love you too. Y'all have an awesome day.